And I found it really, really, really cool. It was actually more, even though Vampire Diaries is a show that deals with vampires and werewolves and hybrids and things, and witches, I approached it just as a father to a daughter. And I kind of modeled what I'm doing based on my nephews, how I relate to them. And they actually live in New York City, so I'll be seeing them. Yeah, thank you.
You're a great dad on that show. I don't care what you say.
Thank you. So I really know everyone's like, God, Bonnie's dad is really hard on her. But yeah, I'm trying to keep my baby girl alive, you know? Stay tuned. Oh, I love her. I love Kat Brand, by the way. And the entire cast of the show is Ian and Paul, everyone, Nina, they're all great. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, gorgeous.
Hello. I asked a question just like you told me last night.
Yeah.
My question actually is two-part. I was wondering if you could elaborate last night when we were talking, you said you were terrified about playing the alpha vampire.
Right.
And then the second part was like, what made you finally be able to relax into the role
Right.
and that you could make it so different?
Great questions. I've been acting since I was about 20. So I've been acting for about 26 years. And I've done a lot of roles over the years. A lot of soldiers, a lot of cops, fathers, doctors, lawyers, Cylons. Cylon. There are many copies. BSG fans out there. Star Trek, I've done a lot of sci-fi roles. And I had never, in my career, up until this point, was asked to play a vampire. Not only a vampire, but the king of vampires. So when I got the job, my agent sent me the script and I was reading it at home and I was like, this is, excuse my language, fucking awesome role. It really is, for whoever got the role, you know. But they wanted me to do it. And I said, it's been done so many times, from hundreds of movies and TV shows, Bela Lugosi on up to Twilight, on up to, you know, everything in between. And I had to, what scared me was that I wasn't sure how to make it an original interpretation. It's not just showing up and saying the lines, you have to find the character. So, to make a long story short, I basically said two things to myself. I said, I want the Alpha Vamp to be 100% absolutely terrifying.
You promised that.
And I wanted him to never really have to get up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless he has to. And there's a great line in there's the episode There Will Be Blood,
Yeah.
right? Where the brothers come in and the Alpha Vamp says, you do not live through centuries of fire and ice and continental divide by jumping to conclusions. You know, he's been around forever. Like if you were to guess how old he was, how old would you say he was? Anyway.
I would bet you were like 400 or 500.
How old?
400 or 500.
Years old?
Yeah.
Add at least one more zero.
Okay.
At least one more zero. And he's really, really old. He's the first monster ever on the planet. So, anyway, I don't know if I answered your question.
Yeah, answer the first part.
Oh, yeah.
I was wondering like, what was like the kind of defining moment, like the onset or
Right.
something like that, finally being comfortable to know that you achieved a different sort of vampire than what people want to see?
I think at some point when I was sitting in the chair, and when they had me locked down in the chair, it's that at some point during filming that day, I said I got it. And like I just realized I found where his comfort zone was. He's a very zen, if you will, spiritual centered evil being. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't have to do a lot. He's very present in his existence, and doesn't have to use a lot of energy unless he has to. So when I did Family Matters, I looked at it. I've seen it a couple of times, and I said, I think I achieved the character. I would say I would, maybe 85%. But then when I did There Will Be Blood, I had a whole year to think about them. And believe me, I did. I mean, I thought about them all the time. You know, like, what would I do the next time if they brought me back? And then when I did There Will Be Blood, I knew right away from the second Guy B. You guys know Guy B? The second and I was so happy that Guy B directed all my stuff, because I don't trust anyone else except Guy to direct me for this character. And make a long story short, I knew the moment we started filming. As soon as he said action, I was there. You know, so hopefully I'll get a chance to return.
That would be awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for your question.